Hi, my name's Nate with Guns Explained, and today I'm here reviewing the Mantis X10 Elite. You can see it is a little sensor here that can fit on the front of pistols, or it's got options, different mounting options and conversions for rifles. I think there's even a barrel adapter for a shotgun. As far as pistols go, it just clips into the accessory slot that you'd have for most flashlights or lasers. So for small pistols, may not work, but for mid-size and larger, so compact and full size, it should do just fine. Just a nice little clip goes on there real fast, no tools necessary. What this does, as opposed to most laser practice systems, this is more of a gyroscopic type sensor, so it senses the motion of your pistol as you're operating it in either live fire or dry fire mode, which is great because you can practice at home in the safety of your basement, or you can practice on the range and get live feedback on your shooting techniques and tips on how to improve. We are down here in the basement. Could be anywhere because unlike lasers, we don't need to worry about light conditions. We're just going to do some dry fire testing to demonstrate the app and the capabilities of this system. So you can see on my phone here, I've got the Mantis X10 app opened. This is going to be the first screen you come to. On the bottom of this X10 device, there's a little button right here. You'll press that until you get a flashing green light. That'll start Bluetooth pairing. So you will have to have Bluetooth enabled. It'll scan for the nearby devices and looks like it found it. And we've got a list of drills or just open training. We got shot timing, got all sorts of fun things that you can either do in dry fire practice or live fire practice. Really useful stuff here. Today we're just going to do some open training, so just some basic shots and just to see what it's, let's see. So we're going to set the gun down on a still surface to calibrate. Okay. And you can see we've got 3 boxes here for options. We've got either a dry fire or a live fire. Right now we're just doing dry. We've got right-handed. I'm right-handed. That matters for shooting diagnostics. And then we've got either a forward mount or a backward mount. I shouldn't have pressed that. I guess I'll have to recalibrate and go backwards. Whatever. I'll pick up my pistol again, and then we will start. So my pistol is obviously empty, no magazine, no rounds in chamber. And we're just going to do some test firing. And as I'm looking at the phone here, it seems like the trigger reset will sometimes count as a shot. So if you're one of those people like myself who trains by keeping the trigger depressed and then resetting after, looks like that may not be 100% kosher with this system. Your mileage may vary, of course. This is the one I've got with my pistol. I'll do some more shots here. And again, what this is training is the motion of the pistol as you depress the trigger and as you're gripping it. Fundamentals that you can practice outside of live fire to conserve your ammo and practice your basics. And of course, you can always use this in a live fire application as well. So with these few shots, let's go ahead and kind of look at our analysis. So I'll just press the stop button here. So I pressed the stop button that was there. Now it says reset, but if you look really closely, we've got some gray bars and a red bar. What we can do is we can get some data. So histogram of the point value of the trigger pulse. I'm not sure what that dotted line means. Maybe that's my average with the very few shots I've taken with this. We've got a graph down here that seems to represent the amount of movement based on the grip versus the trigger press. And then we've got a, would you call that a graph? I suppose that's a graph of projected impact. So this would be like, let's say you were using a laser system, you would have photo photo data of this kind of thing. This is estimating it based on movement. So you can see that I am a little bit of a recoil anticipator, and I drift a little to the right. That can be fixed with different grip and trigger pull techniques, and that's what this app is, and well, that's what this system is here to train. We're just going to hit the back a little bit. So here's our list of programs we've got. So we've got holster draw at the top. So like when you're drawing your firearm, it'll tell you, oh, you're pointing generally this way, or you've got this kind of motion. You can practice that. You've got recoil meters. That seems to be a live fire thing to track how you're handling your recoil. Various options here. So we got shot timer, so it would be kind of like when you're counting your splits. Benchmarks, that looks interesting. Not sure what that one is. Oh, primary and support hand only for those who like to do a tactical or a combat style drill. We've got courses as well. We've got a history tab down here. Obviously, I don't have a ton of time on this, but you can track your history and your improvement over time. Groups looks like it's probably a social thing. Yep, with an account that I have not signed in. And then we've got settings, which is useful. We've got the gun type selection up top, so pistol, where we just were, or rifle. I've specifically set mine for Glock 19. I'm not sure how much that matters, but they've got lots of options. They've got tons of brands, and within each brand, they've got pretty much every model I think they've ever had. Why not? I've got one of those. I don't need to add a new. Left-hand, right-hand selection, shot detection mode, live dry, more. Oh, so you've got double actions or single actions. So let's say you're using something like a Beretta or a 1911. Those have different trigger actions than striker-fired pistols. Forward or backwards, so that would be how it physically mounts to your gun. Bottom, top, left, right, same story there. You've got account info if you want to track your stuff or share, be social. And then you've got the rest of your program settings down here. As far as my thoughts on this product, given my limited time on it, I would say that it can be a very useful investment for those who are practicing their basic techniques, but it's also really helpful because it can be used during live fire, which most other training systems with lasers, for instance, cannot do. And you can see the difference in your technique from dry firing to live firing. That's one of the things that we really have to worry about. And if you can get the basics out of the way without using your ammo, it leaves you more ammo to get really effective training on the range with. I'd say this can be worth a real pretty penny to those who want to practice their fundamentals on and off the range. In addition, it's not just pistol compatible. You can throw it on an AR-15. The barrel adapter looks like it might even fit on a shotgun magazine tube. Haven't tried it, but looks like it's got options. The app supports different mounting orientations, so it's not just an underbarrel thing. It can go on pretty much any firearm you've got. The app does have a rifle mode to, I'm going to guess that's a different sensitivity for when you're pulling triggers, because this moves around quite a bit compared to a rifle. So because this is multi-platform use on and off the range, I can see this being extremely valuable to those who want to train. So that's my thoughts on the Mantis X10 Elite. We've got product reviews on their Blackbeard for AR platform rifles, and we've also got their Laser Academy. Specifically, we tested their 9mm. We've got that review. So again, I'm Nate with Guns Explained. Thanks for watching.